born, the throne awaits. A seer warns of a deadly fate. Give up your children, separate. Bide your time, lie in wait. Sonic Underground, Sonic Underground. They made a vow their mother will be found.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. I'm one of the students, Morg.
I'm chillin' and willin'. I'm the other student, Devin. Oh my god.
And I'm the teacher, Dan.
We got Dan and Dan in the studio.
Sorry, I'm just thinking so much about Sonic Underground today.
It's quite a bit to think about, because we did watch 2 episodes of Sonic Underground, both very Sonia-focused.
God. And because they're Sonia-focused, they're, like, just so sexist.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, the girl? Oh, she hates dirt.
She hates dirt, and men love her.
Yeah,
And men love
men
her.
just can't get enough of the 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we don't know.
Stripes is definitely like a 24-year-old.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Uh,
He's got like an older vibe, and he kind of seems like he's running the place. We'll get there,
Stripes
but
has the vibe of a dude who would show up to...
he's a crypto bro.
Stripes has the vibe of like a dude who definitely graduated like 4 years ago, but still shows up to your like high school prom.
Fuck. God.
Stripes has the... in terms of his just, like, design and attitude, he feels like he's going to tell me to say no to drugs.
Yeah.
He's a cop.
Yeah, like,
He's very cop.
both a narc and also should be in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't... Oh, yes, there is one piece of Sonic news. We got a new design revealed, of a new character being featured in Sonic Frontiers. Let me see, give me a moment to try to dig them up. Here we go. I don't think we've gotten much, elaboration on, like, the character themselves. They're sort of mysterious, but their name is Sage. I will post a picture of Sage in the discussion channel. Look up Sage Sonic Frontiers on your phones, listeners. I did go for kind of a crunchy JPEG here. Maybe if you search her, you'll find something less crunchy.
it is kind of crunchy.
No, that's the
She's
best version.
a human?
Yeah,
What
she
is
seems to be a human. Or humanoid, at least.
Yeah, she's not whatever Sonic is.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a
Here's a better render.
animal thing.
She looks like
Yeah,
a
she
search
appears to
engine
be-
Gajinka.
Yeah, she does. She's got all of these, like, weird digital line things going throughout her. Very, very computer.
She looks like she's in like Cyber Sleuth or something.
Oh shit, she
Yeah.
does look like she's in Cyber Sleuth.
Digimon.
Sonic
so,
and Digimon.
The
Hey, let's
other
go.
piece of news that I can find is that, there might... Let's see, we found... the other piece of news is they're going to try to, make the story more Eggman-centric.
Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of a vaguely... It is a very vague headline, but, people are interested.
We're gonna see what Eggman has for breakfast.
Eggs,
Hell,
obviously.
But the way he cooks them will shock you.
True. He cooks them in that portable. Did you guys ever see that multiple ways to cook eggs thing?
What are you?
Oh, okay. Because there was one that was a portable, a portable sauna or something.
What he does is he turns. Is it Dingo the one who gets turned into stupid things, or is it Slate?
Yeah.
Yeah, he turns Dingo into a skillet, and then he plops an egg right onto him and cooks him that way.
Oh, great.
Nice.
That's all the news I'm immediately aware of. There is one other piece of news. Since we do talk about this pretty often, Ken Penders released art of what Tails would look like in if he were in the Lara Sue Chronicles.
Oh God, no. Okay, I'm going on to Twitter.com, typing in my favorite person, Ken Penders.
I'm not gonna do that.
Ken Penders.
Oh, I didn't notice this about it before, but this is literally just a screenshot. This is a phone screenshot of something he uploaded. Oh my god.
Oh no.
This is legit? This is legit. Yes, this isn't a fake account. It appears... So, I will say, for context, the Lara Sue Chronicles is based on a character from, the future timeline that exists in Archie Sonic. Mobius 20 years later or whatever. And this version of Tails does have a full beard, because this is what Tails looks like as an adult. He's got...
Why does he look like... He looks like the fucking Antoine. What the fuck?
Mans was handsome Squidward-fied.
He does look like a handsome Squidward. He's also got some rocket boots.
Why? He can fly.
He can fly. He is, in fact, also using his tails in this image.
Doubling up.
Or, I think he is. The way it's drawn, I think it's supposed to be him using his tails, but also the rocket boots at the same time.
They're gonna make him go faster.
I'm just looking at this image. I'm very, very much entertained by the fact that he did not upload the file directly, but instead took a screenshot on his phone.
Yeah. You know. Like you do.
Maybe it's just very, very high res.
Yeah, he knew if he...
Yeah, it's too high res for Twitter.
If he put the actual image on, it would probably kill everybody with its power. It would bring down Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, then he should have posted it.
Well, this is what kept Elon Musk from buying Twitter. He said, I could fucking post this JPEG at any time.
So, with that said and absorbed, let's get into these episodes. I'll just go off of, like, the number on the YouTube page for the links we used. Episode 8, or Who Do You Think You Are?
Is Sonia okay? Does she have,
she lost her memory.
Does she have, any, brain swelling or something? She gets slightly bonked on the head once and it completely loses everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought...
I didn't even realize what
realize
was
I
going
it
on.
know.
first.
She
Yeah.
gets lightly bonked like twice, and she's like, "Oh fuck, I can't remember shit."
Like, they had to literally say it for me to be like, oh! I see!
Also, this episode, Raffi is me, because every time I was watching this episode and I said something out loud, Raffi, like, 10 seconds later, would just say that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's go.
So, we open with Queen Alina telling us that sometimes on their journeys, the Sonic siblings must go to far-off lands. And we see the setting for this episode, which is an Orientalist fantasy version of a desert city.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, they have, like, a bazaar and everything, you know? Like, they have, like, the outfit, like, it's a whole...
Yeah, the art team just got back from watching Aladdin.
You can tell because this place is suspiciously also taken over by Robotnik, but isn't, like, a Robotropolis at all. And it seems like the people are just doing the exact same shit they were doing before he got there. Because it's such a wasteland, and, you know.
Apparently, even though people live there, you know, it's a wasteland.
Who would be dumb enough to live in the desert, haha?
So, we see this kid, like, running from SWAT bots. They manage to, like, get away. And then we see the Sonic siblings in a garage, and Sonic is cleaning the RV, which is just caked in dirt. Sonia is not helping.
She's like, I won't touch it. I don't want to get dirty. You know how I feel about being dirty. Sonic, I hate being dirty.
Yes,
I'm a girl. That's my only personality trait is
I'm
girl.
a woman, and a woman doesn't like getting dirty. I will wear this mud mask, though. I refuse to see the contradictions.
How quote-unquote hypocritical of me.
Anyway, Sonic is being kind of shitty because she's not helping him clean that, but he does, like, 10 seconds later use his super speed to clean it in about a second, and I'm just like, why would you ask for help?
Yeah.
Still takes effort.
I mean, yeah, but, like, at that point, asking someone to help you is more, like, getting in your way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to, like, build morale points or something.
Maybe it's the principle of it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you'd be in my way, but I could have done it slower if you helped. Ugh.
He says, I wanted to tell you no.
Manic's got this scroll. They have to, for their next step of their journey, they have to go to the Royal Palace of Kashistan and search the catacombs.
I did not catch that it was
journal.
I did not catch that it was called Kashistan.
Yeah.
Alright.
I love this image of Queen Alina, who seems to be that she spreads rumors about herself to get her kids to go to places that she wants to leave funny little notes for them at.
I'm not sure what the...
I don't know what her game plan is, but it's very funny that she keeps doing it.
She can't be found too early, remember? She's always talking about how she can't be found too early.
She's trying to get them to level up.
She's just a jester, like, you know, like, she's just like, I'm gonna be a trickster. I'm gonna, like, cause chaos.
Yeah, she's like a JRPG character who keeps showing up at the end of, like, every dungeon year and being like, oh no, the treasure you sought wasn't at this place. I'm just like, damn, just tell me where it is.
As they, like, head towards, the city, they realize Sleet and Dingo are gonna be there, too. But, you know, It's not too big a deal. They deal with these chuckle fucks like every week. So they discuss a potential plan. Plan A is to sneak into the palace via the sewers, which are presumably also connected to the catacombs. Sonia doesn't like this plan because it involves sewers and filth.
I don't blame her.
Yeah.
Sewers are disgusting.
They are.
Yeah, that is incredibly unhealthy and disgusting.
There's shit in there. Literally.
Yeah, you guys are gonna get pink eye.
Ooh.
And that's no fun.
The other plan is to use disguises to, like, sneak in through the front, and that way they don't have to go to the sewer. And Sonic suggests a plan C, where they go as mud wrestlers, so they can have disguises and also get filthy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I want to open Plan D, which is Sonic, you're so fucking fast, just run in.
Yeah.
I thought you said Sonic, you're so fucking fascist.
Well,
that's
we
true.
know Sonic is a royalist in this
Yeah, true. Sonic is a royalist.
Eggman
Sonic
is actually a revolutionary. He's trying to take down the monarchy.
No way.
Sonic will...
He's like a techno-fascist instead.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, yeah, so it's like a techno-fascist versus a royalist. Great.
Sonic will be tried during the revolution.
Yeah, I will hesitate, but I will pull the trigger.
We see this, like, kid smashing drones. His name is Rafi Ajani, and he's wanted for vandalism.
Good.
So Sleet decides to deal with this problem while they're in the city, and sends out Dingo disguised as a drone.
He looks so funny. I mean, I know all his shapes look funny, but for some reason, it's just because he's like a small little ball.
He's a small little ball, but he still has his, like, huge underbite.
Yeah.
He's ball mode.
Mego in sphere mode.
Sonia is, like, going through town in disguise, and spots Dingo. Then sees Dingo get smacked by Rafi, because that's what Rafi does. He smashes drones.
Yeah, because he's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, except, like, you know, it doesn't smash because he can bounce back from that because he's a guy, I guess. I feel like I would not like to be smacked by a bat, but...
Yeah, here's the thing. If I hit a robot, the most I do, I might put a dent in it, but I probably wouldn't fully break it. If I ran by and hit somebody as hard as I can with a baseball bat, I don't think they're bouncing back that easily.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's, like, a force of nature, though, since he does keep getting the shit beat out of him.
I guess he's just, like, made of jello.
He's just a bit... He's got a lot of resistance points. So Dingo ends up hitting a wall, and then bounces off and hits Sonia in the face. Not that hard, though, all things considered.
Yeah, I did not register this as a problem. I was like, oh, shit, okay.
She might as well have just, like, run into, like... She might have as well just had, like, I don't know... walked into, like... got, like, a cloth in her face or something, I don't know.
Yeah, is something wrong with her? Is she okay?
No.
It turns out this mild bump did lead to her completely losing her memory.
Yeah, some intense brain swelling.
Resistance fighters probably get into fights all the time. How has this not happened before?
Yeah, she fights all the time.
Maybe this is, like, maybe she already did have brain swelling because of all the fights she's gotten into, and that one bump just, like, was just enough
It broke the camel's back.
Yeah, just, like, started pressing against the inside of her skull.
Gross.
So they Rafi leads Sonia away. We see that they like get attacked by SWAT bots, but she's able to like lift a robot with her bare hands and like throw it. She's just that powerful.
Yeah,
she's like, how did I do that? And I was like, is this a new power for you? Because I still didn't understand that she had lost her memory at this point. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Glad she's displaying some of her super strength that she never uses.
Right.
Yeah, and as well as her ability to like do the tornado thing Sonic does.
She's not like super fast though, so I'm
yeah,
like,
she's not like the fast one. That's Sonic.
She has Sakura Haruno disease.
She is strong like Sakura.
Yeah, she has Sakura
like
Haruno
Sakura.
disease. She's incredibly strong and extremely good at things. It's just she's a girl.
She's just girl. Yeah.
She and Rafi get away just as Sonic like shows up. And he finds like the shawl she was wearing, and like calls out for her name. Sonia is very confused and doesn't understand.
She's like, what is a Sonia?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, come with me and I'm your friend. He says randomly, don't worry, I'm your friend. And she's just like, I don't know about that, but sure.
Yeah. Sonia leaves as Sonic calls out for her name. And Rafi takes her to his family home. We meet his parents, Nana. Sonia just like wraps clay all over her face for some reason.
Yeah, she lost her memory, but she does remember the rejuvenating powers of a mud mask.
Mm-hmm.
And they all think she's insane, because she kind of is.
Yeah, at first I thought she grabbed like food or even
Me
worse,
too!
maybe like shit or something, because they react in like an abject horror and not that she just like grabbed some mud.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's because they're trying to sell these clay pots, and they're like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. So they have dinner. It's some sort of nondescript mush they eat with their hands.
This is where I kind of realized the sound design for this show is kind of like the sound design for a YouTube poop, in which like it's just kind of like noises very crudely edited in that never really match the actions going on.
I was gonna say, I mean, there probably are YouTube poops with this in it.
I like...
Yeah.
They're like reaching for the food, and every time they grab one, all you just hear is... And I'm just like, oh, it's not the sound that would make.
I also noticed the weird sound in the next episode when Sonic was playing tennis with himself.
There's like, their walking cycles too never match like the ground they're on, so it always just has this weird feel whenever they're walking around.
Mm-hmm.
The show is weirdly edited.
Manic, like, consults the Thieves Guild, doesn't know what the deal... Oh, fuck, I forgot to say. As they're having their dinner of mashed pile, Sonia looks at her necklace and doesn't recognize it and, like, starts crying. Her voice does not match up with her crying, though.
No.
It's just like her eyes suddenly got watered up.
There's also this thing that I thought was going to happen where, like, they're eating and she's like, this stuff tastes awful before she stops herself. And they're like, yeah, sorry, we're poor, it's all we have. And she looks sad for a second and then looks at her necklace and I'm like, oh, she's forgetting what it is. She's going to sell it to buy them, like, nice things. Later, she buys herself nice things.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she bought food, like, in general, though.
Okay, I was just like, oh, you just went out shopping for you.
Yeah, Sonic and Manic are still looking for Sonia. Sonia and Rafi go out. Sonia's going to be wearing a head covering. Functionally, it's like a Shayla, but it does cover her face like a niqab.
A vaguely Middle Eastern head covering.
Yeah.
I forget why they're just like, you have to cover, like...
His answer is literally, you're a girl, so you have to. And she's like, why don't you? And he's like, of course I wouldn't, I'm a boy.
Yeah.
That is what they say? I don't know how I missed that. That's so weird. That's so fucking...
Especially because we've seen Sonia, like, walk around town without an escort and without a covering before, and no one has said shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one said shit.
It seems to be totally arbitrary. So, while they're out, Rafi sells the clay pots for money.
He does a good old-fashioned haggle.
Yeah. He gets like 4 dinar out of it. Sonia tries to buy a loaf of bread and it costs like 20 dinar. And she doesn't have that much, so she sells her magical MacGuffin necklace.
Yeah, she sells her necklace that turns into a keyboard, because she doesn't know it does that anymore. Because it goes for a lot of money, right?
Yeah, the guy is like, she's standing there and then the wind blows off her shawl and the guy's like, oh, I'll take that. And she's like, sure, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I don't remember what it does, or what it is.
She's like, this makes me feel weirdly nostalgic, but take it.
She gets like she gets a loaf of bread and a bunch of money, and the merchant who got the necklace, gives it to a SWAT bot.
Just immediately goes and just is like, hey, so the person you're looking for is here.
So Sonic and Manic decide that the best course of action is to play a song to attract Sonia.
Yeah.
And we get our song for this episode.
1, 2, 3.
Huh? Where did you get...
We need to be free like the wind across the desert sand.
It's called We Need to Be Free, and it's Orientalist Middle Eastern pop.
My favorite genre.
You get shots both so far in the episode and later on, which is a little surprising.
Weird choice.
Yeah. The event gets broken up by SWAT bots, and Sonia gets covered in green Nickelodeon slime.
She was like dancing to them at first, but still didn't seem to like recognize the music. But yeah, then like when the SWAT bots come in and slime her, she doesn't react like insane like Manic and Sonic expect.
Yeah, until she gets
Because
slightly
they were
bumped
like-
on the head again.
Yeah. She gets bumped again and regains her memories. But also doesn't remember the one she had while amnesiac.
Yeah, once again, is she okay?
No.
Is something wrong with her, like, recent memory holding skills or something? Short-term memory she has a problem with it.
Damn, me too.
She and Rafi get captured.
This is the part where Rafi started saying everything that I was saying, because right before this happens and Sonia's like, huh, what? Who are you? I'm just like, Sonia, what is going on? And Rafi runs over and is immediately like, what is going on? And I said, damn, Rafi, me too.
Sleet and Dingo figure that Sonic and Manic are probably going to go for the sewers, so Dingo turns, Sleet turns Dingo into a weird sea monster, fish thing?
Snake guy with arms?
Slug?
A Naga?
A Naga, maybe? Or a slug? I don't know.
Yeah. He gets turned into that, and is told to, like, patrol the sewers.
Just swim in some shit for a while, man.
And as it turns out, Sonic and Manic do go into the sewer.
And they're not happy about it. Like, Sonic's like, damn, we should have listened to Sonia. Sewer sucks.
And Manic says, listen, man, you get used to the smell. I grew up down here.
Yeah. So, they get attacked by Dingo, so they have to run. And they come up with a disguise plan. They're gonna dress up as belly dancers and pose as women.
This is when I was like, oh, this episode's bad. Like, I was already bad.
This is when
but I was like, no, it was already bad, but this is when I commented in the Discord, is what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I already was thinking that, and I was like, oh, okay. It's just, there's no good parts. Okay, cool. Like, you know? I was like, we could have seen a funny... It gets
worse and worse.
We could have seen a funny costume. They should have gone with Sonic's, like, fucking mud wrestling idea. But no, they decided to pull the fucking... I mean, yes, it's belly dancer, but all I could think of was Link in Breath of the Wild.
Why didn't they get Rafi's family, who makes pots, to make big pots for them to hide in, and then they sneak into the palace because their family is like, we have extravagant pots to sell you.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
That would have been
it could be
better, but no.
Like in Avatar, where they sneak out of the desert town and they're in like the plant pottery, and they're just like in the big pots with the plants on top.
I forgot about that.
They could have done literally that.
Yeah, they could have come up with something better than this.
Yeah,
but they're like,
maybe
no,
include
we want to
Rafi's
dress
family, who probably
Sonic
misses
and
him.
Funny.
Mm-hmm.
We want to dress Sonic and Funny.
Yeah, we use this animation in the
funny.
song, so we have to put it in the episode.
Yeah. So...
It is really funny when, Sleet answers the door and is like, who are you? And Sonic and Manic just start, like, doing a very bad dance and don't answer for a few seconds. And then are like, oh, sorry, we were sent by the Sultan.
We're like, we're here to dance for you, Sleet. Mm-hmm.
We're here to give a sexy, alluring dance for you.
We're here to give you a lap dance.
Yeah. Sleet's gonna get really horny and start playing King of the Hill on guitar. Like that one TikTok.
Fuck. I don't know if I saw that TikTok.
They said, we're here to make you sexual horny, Sleet.
Yeah. So they make him sexually horny, and Sonic, like, turns into a tornado, while Manic picks his pocket. Also, at this point, Sonia and Rafi escape on their own. Sonia just, like, kicks down the, like, cell door,
because the lock is, like, old, and Rafi's like, you gotta show me how to do that later, and that comes up later, and...
Rafi was originally just gonna try to pick the lock.
But when Manic pickpockets, like, he takes Sonia's MacGuffin,
Yeah, they get the MacGuffin back. Sonia also very briefly sees her mom walk away and leave behind a scroll.
I would have been like, Mom, you motherfucker!
Yeah, she's just leaving rumors about herself at places.
Yeah.
She's sending them texts saying, heard I'll be here at this time, and then, like, showing up 15 minutes early to leave.
Yeah. Don't know what her deal is.
She's just goofing.
Yeah, she's just goofing. She's like some weird trickster.
Trickster god, my mom.
So, they reunite. Sonia's like covered in sewer muck because she had to like dive into the sewer to find Rafi, who got captured again and is gonna get roboticized.
Yeah, there's a funny moment where Dingo grabs Rafi and Sonia's like, hey, give him back, and Dingo's just like, no!
And she's like, fuck, I have to go into the sewer. I don't want to, but she does.
My hair.
Yeah,
I do dirty things all the time with the fucking rebels, but this is the last straw. Blah, blah, blah.
No.
Shut up.
My cuticles.
They go to so the siblings like go rescue Rafi. Unfortunately, Sleet and Dingo like escape by pressing a button on the like roboticizer control panel that causes it to just sink into the ground.
Yeah, what the
very
fuck?
slowly too. Like they could easily just like go and stop them.
Yeah, enough time for like Dingo to jump in.
Also, this is incredibly funny because we learn next episode that their magical necklaces can turn into weapons that can shoot laser beams out of them. None of them do that this episode, and they all just kind of ask Sleet very politely to stop the roboticization. They're just like, hey, turn it off, and he's like, no, and they're like, can you please turn it off?
Come on.
Please? Come on.
We see Sonia use her, like, thing as a gun in this episode before she gets hit on the head, too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know why they're not just doing that, and they're like, hey, no, don't roboticize him. You're so sexy.
So, Sonic basically has to, like, slice open the roboticizer with his spines. And Rafi's bottom half is all robot. He's like Bunny Rabbit, but not as cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got the rabbit treatment.
Bunny rabbitification.
Yeah.
He picks up a book and becomes Bunny Rabbit.
He like breaks them out by like doing the thing Sonia did with his huge robot legs.
Yeah, this is the second part where I'm just like, wow, Rafi's me. Because I'm just like, I mean, it looks like they just gave you like cool robot legs that you can use to kick ass, and then he just like does a cool jump and kicks open a door and is like, wow, I should be thanking them. And I'm just like, wow, just like me for real.
Rocky just like me.
So, the Sonic siblings leave, and as they leave, they read the scroll, and it says, I will rejoin my children, but there are many roads we must travel before we are reunited. And
I will keep texting you about where I am, though.
LOL, I see you later.
Yeah.
LOL, don't interact, haha.
They make one last joke about Manic dressing like a girl, and that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, Manic was prettier than Sonic.
Good
This
for
combined
Manic.
with next episode where Sonic ends up getting lost, and Sonia's like, why don't men ever admit to being lost? And Manic's like, dude, I'm on your side. I'm like, oh, Manic's non-binary.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Manic is all kinds of things. Gay,
Who's-
non-binary.
Who's the Animaniac that's non-binary? Because that's
Wacko.
Manic. Yeah, him and Manic and Wacko the same.
Yeah.
Man, I mean,
They're just creature.
green hair and pronouns?
Mm.
Yeah, they're like their gender is their creature.
Mhm.
Also, like,
Crawled out of the sewers.
only a non-binary person would have hair that bad. Just saying.
I'll have it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It would either be,
I love how he folds his quills the wrong way.
but like, on purpose.
Yeah, to like give the impression of a mohawk that's super fucked up.
I say that as someone with a mohawk. I'm allowed to.
Do you like fold it like forwards, like Manic?
No, I have to push it back, actually, to make it, like, actually stand up a little.
You should try to fold it forward.
I'll try. I need to
Manic.
get stronger gel to do that. I have, like, kind of just some weak gel in the closet that I do.
Yeah, just like glue it in place into like 7 distinct spikes.
People do that. People use hair glue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Get us a
So
Patreon so we can get hair glue for me. I'm just kidding.
It's very important.
episode 9, Last Resort.
This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing.
I would
swear
love
there-
if they sang that.
I feel like almost every Sonic cartoon has like we've definitely talked about episodes of Sonic cartoons that were called Last Resort.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
sure.
there was a Sonic X episode called that.
And
well.
I probably sang it
Yeah,
then
probably where they
too.
killed Eggman.
Yeah. Cut my life into pieces. This is my Wii Sports Resort. So, the Sonic siblings are in an abandoned factory, where allegedly the royal seat of Mobius is being hidden. It is mysterious, it's abandoned. They note that only the 3 of them would ever bother searching this place, so it's probably a trap. And they're right. They find a big orange safe that's very obviously Dingo.
Yeah, if I was these 3 and I'm constantly being hounded by the guy who's big and orange and can turn into things, if I see anything just orange sitting out, I'm just like, yeah, that's Dingo.
Mm-hmm.
I would at least
That's
want to, like,
Dingo right
poke
there.
it a little bit and be like, is this Dingo?
Yeah, throw a rock at it.
So,
Also a little fucked up that, first, A, Manic no glove shot, and B, he starts twisting a dial and Dingo starts laughing, and I don't like that.
yeah.
Oh god, he twisted Dingo's nipple.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I don't like that.
So,
Dingo, that's a child.
Dingo hits on fucking Sonya on the last one. He
Yeah,
does
I
not
know.
care about...
Dingo needs to be in jail.
He
Dingo
does not
should go to
care about
jail,
these
yes.
being children.
uh,
Yeah, Sonya gets hit on 2 fucking episodes in a row.
so, they're trapped, they are trapped, but they're able to get away, like Sonic runs circles around Dingo, which causes him to fly into sleet? I don't get it.
For some reason.
Yeah, they're trapped in the sense that they're physically surrounded, not trapped in the sense that Sleet or Dingo are in any way a threat.
Mhm.
For sure.
They fight the SWAT bots. Sonic says his catchphrase, it's juice and jam time.
Oh, he gets some good lines this episode that I can't wait to talk about.
They escape, and they're in the desert, and they're totally lost. Sonic is in fact driving aimlessly, and refuses to admit that he's lost. Like any male driver with a family in the 90s.
Like a man.
Why is that such a thing? I don't even know. I mean, I guess it's because you don't want to admit to things. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
The things we had to do before cell phones to get around.
Yeah, like putting on a front. about being a man who knows directions.
Yeah. So, they eventually come across an oasis town. This one is not Orientalist. This one's just like a cool nature town, like sort of floating on top of a lake.
It's a resort.
It's the Lake
Yes.
Valley Resort. And they meet the leader of this town. I don't know if he had like a title or anything, but he has a name. It's Stripes.
His title is Sex Pest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, he comes off as the main guy because he's like talking to them and is like, hello, welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who tells them that they can have like a fancy house and that they're welcome to whatever they like.
Yeah. His name
So
is
I assume he owns the town.
His name is Stripes, and as I stated before, he looks like he's going to tell me to say no to drugs.
No, that's the other Sonic cartoon we watch.
No, this one would also say no to drugs.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
This one would be like Mannix being like, yeah, I used to have this stuff when I was younger all the time. And Sonic would be like, that's disgusting.
For real. They really do just be like, oh, Manic, you're a criminal all the time.
If we ever get to like episode 420, we should do an episode where we talk about the cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue. It has nothing to do with Sonic. It's just very funny.
What?
The cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue was a 1990s, maybe late 80s, cartoon where a whole bunch of, like, cartoon characters get together to do, like, a PSA to tell you to say no to drugs. There's like Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
God.
Garfield.
Yeah, it's the exact it is exactly released in 1990.
Oh,
And-
excellent.
Yeah, it has Bugs Bunny, the Chipmunks, Winnie the Pooh, the fucking Smurfs.
We're not even at 100 yet. I don't know if saying we're going to get
that's
to
true.
420 is...
Okay, but the fact... We haven't even reached, like, Sonic 06 yet, so I feel like we'll be here long enough.
It's all
Yeah.
going to be video games at a certain point.
At some point, we're just going to stop. We're just going to exhaust every other thing, and we'll have to actually talk about video games. Stripes is, he's very welcoming and horny for Sonia. He gives her, like, a kiss on the back of her hand or whatever. That romantic gesture.
Yeah, that completely normal, friendly, not trying to hit on a 15-year-old gesture.
They're, Manic's about to tell them that they're with the Resistance, but Sonic stops them because they need to know if they're cool or not. And, like I said, Stripes looks like he's gonna tell us to say no to drugs, so we can't trust him.
He's a fucking narc. They think he is, confirmed
They're right.
later. But he
Yeah.
also is beforehand.
Robotnik, they say that they have an agreement with Robotnik that as long as, they don't, like, do anything, he won't, he's just gonna let them be on their own in this oasis.
Yeah,
doesn't
he
even
tries
say
to come
that.
off.
They're like, hey, what's with, like, the fact that Robotnik isn't here? And he says, oh, Robotnik doesn't give a shit about this place. He would never care about a little oasis town. They're like, that doesn't sound like Robotnik at all.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, oh, why would he care about this little place?
We then see that evening, Stripes. Oh, actually, before that, we see the Sonic siblings getting a nice little, house, I guess, to live in for now. Sonia says she used to live like this while Manic has never experienced this lap of luxury.
Yeah, and Sonia looks like actively pissed at him for saying that.
That's just
Stripes-
true, Sonia.
Yeah, it's true.
Sonia hates to remember that Manic is poor. She
Sonia
feels unclean
refuses
just thinking
to-
about it.
Sonia refuses to have class consciousness.
She says,
and
"Stop
so-
reminding me that you're poor. You're dirty."
Yeah. So she too will have to, she too will be, in the, will be taken down when the revolution succeeds.
That's fine.
We then see Stripes contacting Robotnik that evening. He says, well, there's only 2 people here. They don't know if there was the resistance or not.
Yeah,
This is so funny because Eggman is like, I'm looking for 3. Not like, he doesn't go, oh, what do they look like?
Yeah, he's
Robotnik
like, no,
can't
they would never.
conceptualize that
He's
they
like, they
wouldn't-
would never be separate from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would never, like, split up or do anything like that.
Yeah.
And he's right.
Yeah.
It's just Stripes is trying to hide Sonia.
Yeah. So, we learned that this oasis is supposed to be like a honeypot for any resistance fighters that come across it. And we then get to see the next day where Sonic and Manic are out, like, doing, I guess, shopping. Like, Sonic is taking this seriously. Manic is just treating it like a vacation. Sonia wakes up and enjoys a luxurious morning routine with breakfast, bathing, and grooming. And also she brushes her hair.
She's living deliciously.
So Stripes takes her out on a date?
Yeah, or something.
Did Sonia forget she's engaged?
I think she did.
Yeah, she absolutely did.
Yeah.
Good
Or
for
like
her.
the
We'll
writer
see that
said.
guy someday.
Please don't
but
date another full-grown man, but, like,
Thankfully that day is not today.
The writers forgot, at least. But,
yeah. Good for you, Sonia, for being liberated from that full-grown man you're betrothed to. Please don't fall for another full-grown man.
Sonic plays squash by himself. He's like, this is basically the scene from the first Sonic movie where he's playing baseball.
yeah,
Except it's with tennis.
he just
Oh, is this how they introduce Tails?
I wish Tails was in this. Okay, I will let you in on
I
something.
wish Tails was in this so fucking bad.
Knuckles will eventually show up,
What?
but not Tails.
What the fuck?
I did see that because I don't know how this happened. I was trying to look up Raffi as a character, and when I did that, it brought up, like, the episode where Knuckles
What the
appeared.
fuck?
Yeah, there's gonna be a Knuckles episode eventually.
Why? Why one but not the other?
Yeah, I am wondering that. This is...
Is it because it's like, oh, it's a dark world, we can't have a child here, or whatever?
I think it's like, well, Tails is like Sonic's little brother, but Sonic already has a brother, so we don't need Tails.
I mean, you can have that he has
He can have
a
multiple
little brother.
siblings. In fact, he has multiple siblings.
Yeah.
No, don't you know everybody has only one sibling?
So...
You get one.
one.
You get one that's a boy and one that's a girl, and Tails, well, non-binary people don't exist yet, so Tails is off.
Manic is right there.
Yes.
My sister has no siblings because non-binary people don't exist.
So Manic is like going to steal an apple when the like guy says, "You don't have to steal from us. Here, take a bushel of them." Manic says thanks. and then immediately blows his cover by revealing he's part of the Resistance. And everyone gets mad at him.
The way he does it,
Everyone hated
the way
that.
he does it, he's just like, wow, this is more stuff. The last time I got all this stuff was when I fucked with Robotnik. And it's like, why would you talk like that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't talk about the last time you did Praxis?
Yeah, true.
You don't receive something and you're like, wow, this reminds me of the time that
True.
Praxis happened.
So...
This reminds me of the time I was at a protest and I burned down a building.
Yeah, I love to talk about my crimes.
This reminds me of the time I parodied someone.
I mean, I do talk
Wow, this is
I do talk about the time I was arrested once for protesting. That is something I do talk about, so I guess I'm manic.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm chopping onions at my house and I'm like, wow, this reminds me of the time I got
So...
That's just how I talk.
Wow, I'm trapped.
Sonic,
just like when I was
rescues
corralled.
Manic from these villagers. And then we see Stripes and Sonia. Stripes is convincing Sonia to just stay with him.
Abandon your brothers. Fuck them. Who cares?
Abandon your brothers in the Resistance.
You could live here forever, baby girl. Haha.
He doesn't make clear yet that he's with Robotnik, though. Like, he does say, like...
I mean, he kind of does.
He does.
He likes...
It's very obvious to us, but, like, I just mean, like, because later Sonia's like, no, you would never... I was just saying there's, like, sort of some plausible deniability there. Even if it's, like, blatantly obvious.
No, what happens? He's like, stay here, and she's like, oh, I could never abandon my brothers, even though this place is so nice. And he's just like, well, it's super nice here. And she's like, yeah, but Robotnik won't keep it that way. And he's like, well, I had to make a deal anyway.
Yeah.
And then just walks off, and she's like, huh, wonder what that was about.
Yeah, so we then, without any diegetic explanation, get a song.
Yeah.
Yeah, this knocked me on my ass.
When you got a choice to make and you don't know which road to take or how to feel. Listen to your heart, girl. When you look into his eyes and you're not sure if he's telling lies or if it's real. Listen to your heart, girl. Listen to your heart, girl.
This one's called Listen to Your Heart, Girl. It's got a Latin rhythm. I will say this is made by an animation studio in Madrid, so they can have this one, I guess.
This has like the most fuckboy naming scheme I have ever heard.
God.
And after this song, Sonia just, like, decides she's gonna convince him to join the Resistance. The siblings, like, sneak after Stripes at night.
I mean, it's just Sonic.
Yeah, it's just Sonic.
Yeah, it's just Sonic.
Because Sonia doesn't believe him later.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Manic's doing.
Manic is hiding from villagers, I guess.
Oh,
He's
right.
stealing apples because he's cool.
Stripes, tells Robotnik that he hasn't seen Sonia, just Sonic and Manic. Robotnik sends Sleet and Dingo to deal with them. He's very disappointed Sonia isn't here.
Really
So
weird
is
that
Dingo.
she's not here. Very strange. She would never leave her brothers alone. She's probably nearby.
Also, why did you hesitate when I asked you how many people are there?
Oh, you know. I had to think for a second. Sorry, math is
I
not
had
my
to
strong
count.
suit.
Yeah. So, they can't leave. Sonia is fully on Stripe's side. Like, Manic's, like, trying to give encouraging words to her, but is bad at it.
This is a really funny transition because Sonic's like, Stripe's corrupt, he's working with Robotnik, and she's like, no, I don't believe you. And the very next scene is her being like, I can't believe you're fucking working with Robotnik.
Well, yeah, because
She's just like, I trusted you. And I'm just like, oh, you got over that quick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because they, like, don't want to let them leave, I think is the implication. And so she's like, oh, I see. You actually are bad. But it's also like, damn, how can you trust him after one day?
She is doing anything she can to get out of her marriage.
She's down bad.
Yeah, down horrendous.
Down disgusting. So, they, Stripes is, like, getting very upset. He's, like, telling them the Resistance can't defeat Robotnik, so they have to side with him. And that's when Sleet and Dingo show up and say, alright, roboticize everyone in the village, destroy all the nature, so...
Sleet and Dingo...
Yeah, get rid of that nasty green stuff. Sleet is straight edge.
Yeah.
True.
Straight edge for life.
Sleet and Dingo should have waited till after they captured the hedgehogs.
Yeah.
To announce that they were betraying the whole Oasis town.
They're really stupid.
They're really dumb.
So...
I mean, I guess when you own 99% of the planet, you don't really, like, think, oh, I might have to use underhanded tactics for this 0.1%.
So... they're gonna roboticize Stripes, but, Sonia rescues him.
With a laser beam she has in her weapon.
Yeah, she has a gun that's part of her keyboard.
Yeah, fuck you, Raffi.
She did use it in the last one, too, just not to help Raffi.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Raffi. You should have been hotter.
How old is Raffi? I feel like he's closer to her age.
He is definitely much closer to her age than Stripes is, I'll tell you that.
Why didn't...
Yeah, Raffi, you should have been a full-grown man and hitting on her. Maybe then you would have been saved.
So she says, Stripes, welcome to the Resistance. And Stripes, like, rallies all the villagers. They fight off the, robots, by throwing tomatoes and pushing them into the lake.
I thought at first they were all
Hell
gonna
yeah.
grab vegetables to throw at the hedgehogs for some reason.
Well, that's what they want you to think for a second, because they're all being like, no, we have to chase them out, oh no, like they said before with Manic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sonic, like, fights Sleet and Dingo. Dingo turns into a barrel and tries to grab Sonic, but it doesn't work at all.
He
And
turns
Sonic,
Yeah, there's no reason for
he
this.
turns
Yeah.
into a barrel. Sleet's on top of the barrel, and he's like, aha, I'm gonna get you, Sonic. And then Sonic knocks off Sleet, so he's on the barrel. And then Dingo is trying to grab him. And I'm like, why is this whole event happening? Why is this series of events a thing? There's so many other things he could have been to grab Sonic.
Yeah. So...
Can I start a quick segment called Lines from Sonic that sound like 1 a.m. horny texts?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
In this episode, he has two great lines, which are I'm chillin' and willin'. And during this fight, he says a goat line, which is, let's squeeze him and tease him.
Oh.
God, he really does say that, huh?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I don't know why he says that. It has nothing to do with any of the robots.
He wants to tease the
But he
robots.
does say... So I'm going to be incorporating these phrases into 1 a.m. horny texts.
Mm.
Great. Sonia is not going to join Stripes. The Sonic siblings leave.
Yeah, she remembers she's already betrothed.
Yes.
But yeah,
And-
the townspeople are like, we will fight off Robotnik because he sucks. And we want to keep our...
All these people are going to fucking die.
For real. I'm like, wow. What? You guys don't know how to fight, though.
This is like in the Rise of Skywalker movie, where like everywhere the Resistance goes, it gets demonstrably worse for everybody in that planet. And then at the end of the movie, they all show up being like, we will fight with you. And I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Why? They literally just showed up, did nothing for you, and made your life worse for it.
Like, I feel like there could have been a way that they, like, set it up so that it said something interesting about, like, siding with people and siding with authoritarians and stuff, but, like, it just kind of didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wants to do that, like, if you don't choose a side, you're choosing the side of, like, oppression. But, like, it begins the episode with Stripes very much choosing a side, which is, I'm siding with Robotnik to be a honeypot.
But also, like, even when they, like, get redeemed, it just falls flat. I don't know. It's a cartoon. Who cares?
Yeah.
But...
So, that's the end of the episode. Let's see, how far into... Do we have time to read from the encyclopedia? I'd say we
I think
do.
we're only at, we're only at an hour.
Let me pop that out. Alright. Got it. Okay. So, what is the next entry for us? Oh, it's Sonic the Hedgehog 2, 8-bit. While it shares the same name as its 16-bit counterpart, the 8-bit Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is a wholly different game. Tails only appears in the opening, ending, and title cards. The zones and music are different, and the small screen of the Game Gear made it one of the most notoriously difficult Sonic games. As in the previous 8-bit game, Sonic must find the Chaos Emeralds within the axes of the zones. Sonic lacks spin dash maneuver, but he can now recover dropped rings when hit. Prizes can still be collected when spinning in the act-ending sign, with the addition of an image of Tails, which grants a continue. The story. Dr. Eggman has kidnapped Tails, leading Sonic on a desperate chase across South Island. If Sonic manages to find all of the Chaos Emeralds in the zones, he'll rescue Tails. If not, Tails isn't rescued, and possibly will never be seen again.
No,
Tails joins Robotnik as his Dark Apprentice.
Factoid. Everything is canon. Unlike Metal Sonic, the distinction between Mecha Sonic, Robo Sonic, and Silver Sonic is a hotly contested detail in the series of robotic doubles. We've got, like, the zones, which we went over in the episode. We've got our animals. Clucky, Flicky, Pecky, Pocky, Ricky, Rocky. I'm looking at, there is an enemy here called Game Game, which is a turtle. Let's see, am I skipping a... No, that's it. That's it for this one.
Damn.
Yeah.
There need to be more Turtle Sonic characters.
Yeah. Well, there is one Turtle Sonic character we'll see at some point in Archie who is a bit infamous. We'll talk about them when we get to them.
Infamous?
Good or bad?
Infamous
Bad.
usually means it's bad.
So, that's it for that. So, let's see if we got any questions. If you want to send in a question, you can either send it in on our Twitter at ShuffleSonic or on our Discord. I sent out for questions like less than an hour before recording, so we don't have that much. Kitty the Cat, Violet, asks, if you could redesign the Orientalist desert village, what would you do? I'm thinking New Mexican town.
Yeah, I want like a cowboy saloon town.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
I'm thinking set of Breaking Bad.
Wait, I have to revise when I say cowboy saloon town. I don't want any Latin American stereotypes in it.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
I don't want any natives.
Oh,
sure. My god, they would.
Yeah, they would.
God damn it.
I feel like we can't trust them with anything.
I'm not safe.
Why does that orange guy look so terrible in his transformations? And I gotta say, it's because they try to incorporate his face too much, and his face is already kind of bad to look at.
Yeah, it's because he's an affront to humanity.
I don't... Yeah, I mean, he's ugly, but I kind of like it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I love how obvious he is every time and how they always get fooled by it. Like a big, orange, lumpy, like, object with a clearly defined face on it, and they're just like, damn, what the fuck's that?
Especially because I don't know what kind of creature Dingo is. Like, I know he's named after a dingo, but he's not. Like, he's not.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not in the sense that, like, Sonic the Hedgehog is a hedgehog, but he's not.
I guess, but...
I think he's... I'm just gonna go out on a limb and guess he's supposed to be, like, a Tasmanian devil or something. A Silacine, if you will.
Yeah, I could see that a little closer.
I think he's a genetic experiment gone horribly wrong.
I think he's a Crash Bandicoot character.
He is a Crash
Bandicoot.
Let's see. Would any of the siblings be potentially tempted into siding Robotnik with some sort of magic food treat vis-a-vis the Turkish delights? I always assumed they were magic. In The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
I feel like they weren't magic.
I think they were just, like, expensive candies that, like, a British person in 19 whatever would be like, this is what a fucking child would kill their siblings for. Also, like, he didn't know it was real, kind of, like, he didn't know, like, oh, this is really happening to my siblings. Also, when a tall lady who looks like Tilda Swinton tells you to sell out your siblings, you kind of listen to her. For real, for real.
Well,
like, what
we
was
all
he
know that
expected to
Sonic
do?
loves chili dogs. Yeah. Yeah. Sonic loves chili dogs. He could be easily persuaded with them.
Yeah.
I don't know about Sonia and Manic.
Manic can't be bribed because he would just steal what he wanted from you.
Yeah.
Sonia could be bribed by you telling her that you'll kill some poor people if you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And she would love to. That or give her, like, a face mask. I don't know.
I'm just like, why isn't she kinda already on Robotnik's side? Cause
Yeah.
I mean,
pretty
she's
much,
old money.
Like, yeah, true, fair enough.
It's like Elon Musk versus the fucking queen. Like,
yeah, fair enough.
Sonia
is part of the royal family. Like, yeah, I don't know, because I'm like, this Sonic might be able to be convinced, but I know not every Sonic would be convinced, even if they all love chili dogs. It's just because some of them are have like a very strong sense of righteousness.
I feel like the Sonic would not know what's going on. Like, he would not know that what you're doing is evil.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with, wait, fuck, what was I gonna say? Never mind. James the Cat Girl asks, could Sonic make a cake that isn't dog shit? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like there's some context behind this that I am woefully underinformed on.
Same.
Well, here's the thing. Baking is a process that takes time and specifics to it. Do you think Sonic would want to wait that long for a cake? Or do you think he would try to cheese it by, like, trying to bake it, like, super fast, but on, like, a higher temperature?
Oh, you know he would try to do that.
Yeah, you
at
know
least the
he would
first
be
time.
like, oh, it says 20 minutes at 450 degrees. So if I do 10 minutes at 900 degrees, it will be 10 minutes. And why stop there?
Yeah. Yeah.
He would do the fucking, like, how fast do you have to slap, like, a chicken to cook it instantly thing.
I think he could cook a chicken that way. It would obliterate it.
Yeah,
but...
he would disintegrate it, but he would be like, I'm going to do this to this cake.
So
I think I convinced my
Emmy the
answer is
Mouse.
no now.
Yeah, I guess it's no. I think he...
No.
Yeah.
I think some of his friends could make a cake pretty good,
Yeah.
but not him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the patience.
Emmy the Mouse asks, would Sonia and Shadow be friends since they both had amnesia?
I think Shadow would be annoyed by Sonya.
I mean,
he's annoyed by everyone.
If Shadow is
I guess
this world's
he's...
Sasuke, then no, because she's this world's Sakura. Well, I guess they do get married in the end, though. It's really quite the conundrum.
If they were bound by the laws of heterosexuality.
Yeah,
then
he
yes.
would constantly be mean to her and do things like knock her out and leave her on a park bench in the middle of the night. But then at the end, he would marry her, I guess.
He would marry her and not his bro. Sonic.
Yeah.
I guess I just said Sonic's the Naruto, which, I mean, I could see it, I guess.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah. In the fact that he's, like, the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no. I think, yeah. So.
I don't think they'd be friends.
Yeah, they wouldn't be friends,
So,
but they would get married.
Yes.
Yeah.
The old ball and chain!
Yeah, Shadow would be like, sorry, I have to go off on a mission, and Sonya would be like, yeah, we only went on one date, and he got me pregnant once, but I always think about him. Sorry, I'm just mad about thinking about Naruto again.
God.
So that's it for this episode. Hi, this is Dan. In my haste to finish the recording, I forgot to roll for the next episode. So, I've got my die right here, and I'm going to go ahead and roll and find out what it is. That is a 4. And that means we're talking about UK Sonic next week. Well, See ya. Let's take it to the close. I'm Dan. You can find us at you can find me at a lot of places. And you can find those places at twitter.com, at Bigger Challenge. You can find my YouTube, Big Challenges. You can find my other podcasts, which include Pod of Greed, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. We did our finale episode for Season 3 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. It was just as buck wild as Devin hyped it up to be.
It's insane. Season 3 off his shits.
Yeah.
You guys excited to start 5Ds?
Well, we are going to do
There's a Season 4,
but I am very excited. Well,
Yeah.
yes.
It's in Japanese.
Oh,
It's
sorry,
in
I would never watch that.
It's a sub-only season.
It's buck wild. From
yeah,
what I know
yeah,
of it. In
I'm
like a
joking, I have
different
seen
way.
it, and it is insane.
I believed you for a second. God damn it. I was like, wait, what?
You can listen to Video Games, the Movie, the Podcast, a monthly video game movie review podcast I do with my friend Maxie. This month we're going to be talking about Doom with Maxie's boyfriend Zach, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You can listen to my finished podcast, Chill Bleed, about Ill Bleed, my inactive podcast, Strangers Fiction, and you can visit my other Twitter at Xbox_holiday, where Usher celebrates holidays with Xbox. July's kind of a slow month. I could see if there's
Christmas
anything
in July.
queued up real quick. Oh, there is Christmas in July. Happy Christmas in July, Xbox.
We unfortunately missed Non-Binary Awareness Day.
Mm-hmm.
That was yesterday.
I do have more Yu-Gi-Oh! Birthdays lined up. I don't know. I guess
wonder
I'll
when
keep
Axel
them there.
Darty's birthday is.
Let me see. I think it might have already passed.
Oh,
Let
no,
me
I didn't
check.
wish my king a birthday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was March
same
29th.
month as me. He just like
Wow.
me for real.
Yeah. You can visit. Yeah, that's it for me. Morg, where can we find you?
You can find me at Haunting the Morgue on Twitter. You can also find me on my other podcasts. Digimon Ghost Gaze, a Digimon Ghost Game podcast. And Forward ReZero, a ReZero Watch podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at Ruben Gasly. You can find me on a now over podcast called Gone Will Hunting, and you can find me soon to be released on a podcast called We Rate Queerbait, where we talk about the blurry lines between homies and homos. I bring up Naruto this episode because it's still fresh on my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Let's see here. And you can find us on Twitter at ShuffleSonic. You can find you can find us on Discord. You can find that in like the show notes and the Twitter. And you can find us on Noisepace.xyz. Noisepace.xyz is a podcast run by noted Canadian Matt GameCube. And it's got a lot of good shows on it. Like this week's alphabetical shout-out, LMNOP. LMNOP is run by Val Flight Cub. The second B I cannot say because I am not Val and don't know what it stands for.
Only they
knowledge.
know.
Yeah. Yeah, they are just recently, episode 49 went up. They talk about the TV show Elementary. It's a Sherlock Holmes series, but I'm not too familiar with it, and I didn't know it went on for as long as it did.
I wonder if it's as good as the BBC
but
Sherlock.
I think it's good.
It's better.
As far as I can tell, it's peaks and valleys better.
That might be hard to say. BBC
It's
Sherlock
much better.
was a masterclass in writing.
Mm-hmm. You can, the most recent episode to go up, July 14th, the day before this recording, episode 49, Opal Watson style, guest starring Janos Kapuvari.
Oh, hell yeah.
They discuss Elementary season 3 premiere. There's some good stuff going on here. A lot of great guests. Joe, friend of the show, was on here.
Joe's been on it a few times, I think.
Yeah. Giga. Yeah, I'm seeing quite a few Joe episodes.
I was on
Argyle, Summer Geist.
Oh,
Morgue Haunting the Morgue.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Just one episode, but...
Alright. And you can also check out shows that aren't part of the network, but are made by friends of the network. And this week's alphabetical shout out for that is Live Free, Twi Hard. It is a Twilight podcast. I think it's specifically about the movies.
It is. It's about the movies.
Yeah. Yes. I'm not too familiar with the movies, but we've got there. I know that Edward says, "Hold on, Spider Monkey."
Yeah.
I know there's baseball.
We get the great line, you nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster.
So true.
That one's an all-timer.
Yeah. There's some great titles here. Let's see. Mr. Clean and His Cult of Boys, Sisterhood of the Traveling Jorts, Damn Girl, You Got That Iron and Wine Pussy. And the final episode, Epic Alaskan Bimbo Moment SmackDown Finale. This podcast is done.
That's exactly what happens in Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Can I put my Twilight vampire takes here?
Yeah.
Real quick. Super fucked up that like all vampires have like a special power trait that they get. But while some of them can have things like mind reading or future sight, apparently some of their powers can be things like extreme compassion.
Yep.
That sure is a power.
I would be so pissed if I got turned into a vampire and my like friends were like, I can read minds, I can see the future, and my power was I'm really fucking understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get the very...
That's a skill I can work on. I can't work on the skill of reading minds.
The very, like, motherly character has the empathy one, as far as I remember, right? Or is it, are you...
Yeah, I would be...
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the mother character, because she's mother.
That's her character trait, is mother. For some reason I was like, wait. But yeah, no. Good stuff. Some of their powers are cool,
I would just
though.
be very mad. I mean, yeah, Rami Malek gets to be the Avatar.
So true!
Yeah. So, that's, that podcast. It's finished. You can listen to the whole thing. It's a great listen. So, until next time, Sonic is real, he is strong, and he is my friend.
He's the only blue live that matters.
The only one.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.